Hey everybody, it's me, Edward Jones, back with a new man law video. I haven't done one in a good while, but I think due to the current state of things in the media and on YouTube, it calls for this. And the title of this video is "No Quarter for the Effeminate." Now, looking at what's going on with the Voxadpocalypse, I decided to talk, share my thoughts on this and tie it into man law. Now it all started when you have this guy from Vox. His name is Carlos Manza, I think his name is, and now someone pointed out in another video. This guy made enemies with everybody who had no idea who he was. The only reason why they know who he is because his actions led to many channels being deleted and many videos being demonetized, and a lot of, basically which is bad all around for free speech. And it all started because Steven Crowder, because he has his opinion. I guess he has his opinions about conservatives, and and I guess he has a personality that can't help but be made fun of. Steven Crowder took advantage of that, and he told some jokes refuting basically, and Steven Crowder's a comedian, and I like his channel. Um, he made a video poking fun of the guy and in refuting a lot of claims he has made about those on the right. Things like conservatism, Trump, the alt, who is the alt, who or what is the alt right, and he didn't like it, took offense to it, his feelings got hurt, and decided to go on this campaign of ruining everyone on YouTube simply because he couldn't get over the fact that he got made fun of. He's a public figure, so of course you're gonna get made fun of. I'm not even, my channel is small, but every now and then I still get someone sending a comment, saying something silly about me. That's fine. I just brush it off. It's nothing I can't shake off. Now, why I title the video "No Quarter for the Effeminate." Now, who are the effeminate? Um, the effeminate are basically men who act um, they act feminine in a way that is kind of is unbecoming of a man. You know, whether it be just overall concern for frivolous things like looks. Very into their looks, too into their feelings, to where they have very little control over their feelings. Very emotional. I put it like this. I noticed that whenever men try to act like women, or try to adopt feminine qualities, or when they start to become effeminate, it's like teenage girls, because I guess they didn't have the biological makeup of being a girl, so that when they try it, they had to start from the ground up, which I guess amounts to starting from a teenage girl's point of view. Same as with women and women who try to a lot of women who try to act like guys, they act like teenage boys. Hyper. It's not really hyper masculine. I don't even call it. It's like crude masculinity. They just they act like they act like teenage boys. I mean, we've all been there. You know, and I think with in terms of effeminate men, they act in a way that that just ruins things for other people. Take this Carlos guy for example. He's acting very he's I know. I guess enough could be said about him being gay, but apparently he calls himself a lispy fag. And Steven Crowder made a shirt that says "Socialism is for figs," which we know what the joke is, with that shirt. But he claimed he said he got butt hurt because of that shirt when he calls himself a fag. So you get upset when someone makes a joke that's edging on the word that you use to describe yourself, but you don't like the fact that he even made the joke in the get. Anyway, his fifis got hurt, and so he decided he's hurt, and so he decided to put pressure on advertisers, which I'm suspecting are also full of a lot of effeminate men, because they decide to bend the knee, or I guess get bent over a barrel to meet the demands of someone who basically couldn't get over get over the fact that he was just being made fun of as a public figure, and now we're all suffering because of it. A lot of times men suffer because of effeminate men. They suffer because they have no choice but to deal with or be under the orders of a man who has no control over his emotions, a man who wears his heart on his sleeve, a man who is unable to see that his feelings could actually, if he acting on his feelings carries a lot of weight, and a lot of people are riding on the decision that that person makes, and so when they make certain decisions, based off of effeminate qualities, everyone suffers. So that's why I said no quarter from them. These men should be pointed out. They should, if you can correct any of them, if you can, pull one aside who maybe not, who might not be too far gone, and talk to them. Like, listen, man, I saw I saw you reacting away toward, to this event. What's going on? What's going on? Like, what are you going through? Like, why would you think this about something, about someone said this about that, or why would you think that's the right course of action? Did you think this through? Do you know the ramifications of what you would, of you responding to this stimuli? And try to, and maybe try to help some of these people. Maybe they just need someone to talk to. They probably got some stuff inside them that they haven't been able to talk to with someone else. They may have to be able to, trust in somebody to help them with their issues. Instead, they try going on their own. Well, some guys, and those guys you can maybe help. You can coach them, disciple them in a sense, and try to get them on the path to where they can reclaim their masculinity or rebuild it if they once had it and shrugged it off because something happened in their life, or maybe they didn't have to begin with, and maybe you're having to start from the ground up, and you're having to build a whole new build a new man, which is tough. It's very difficult. It's easier to raise masculine boys than it is to fix a broken man. But some men, they may just need a little bit of encouragement. They may need someone in their corner to encourage them to get out of this effeminate circle that they're stuck in. And for the ones who are who are eyeball deep in estrogen, or maybe soy would be a better term to use. Keep them at arm's distance. Don't if you can help it, don't interact with them. Don't don't bother with them, because they made the decision where they stand, and all you can do at that point is help others along the way. Help the ones who are on the fence. Help the ones who, they may sense they have an issue that needs to be worked on. Because if we don't help these guys, then they're gonna end up falling into the same trap of becoming even more and more, and especially with black men, it's even more. Man, that in itself is, well, you can make volumes of videos on that subject alone, and many YouTubers have. But but different types of men, they need to be coached along to be shown that they don't act this way. That's acting like a woman, And then someone can say, well, what's wrong with that? Well, you're not a woman, so don't be acting. So don't be carrying on that way. It's unbecoming of a man to act effeminate. Simple as that. But yeah, that's me. Sharing my 2 cents, or I guess 4 cents at this point. But just kind of add on to this whole thing that's going on with the Voxadpocalyps. Vox is dying, and he's got rats on the sinking ship, wanting to ruin everyone else's day. All we can do is keep speaking the truth. Don't fall into this PC nonsense, and just understand that. Listen, there's a lot riding on us remaining masculine. There's a lot depending on us staying on the side of the truth. Not capitulating to these lost individuals who don't want to fix a problem. They don't want to get over themselves. They want to just drag everyone else down because they. In fact, tying this in, I can actually bring this up. It makes sense. If you guys are familiar with King Solomon, with the test that how wise he was with the test he did with the two prostitutes. They both had a baby. Each one had a baby, and one of them rolled over her baby, smothered it, killed it. So she took the other woman's baby, claimed it was hers. Now, Solomon's idea was, well, you can't decide who it is. Well, we're gonna cut the baby in half. And he was smart, and he's smart in doing that, because obviously the one who actually recognizes that that's their real child, and to give their child the chance of living, they would rather get the child up rather than have it killed. Well, the other one was more than happy to take a child cut in half. That's an example of what's going on. You have someone who would rather see something great just destroyed rather than to get over themselves and face the facts that, listen, you stand for something that you stand for what you apparently are opposed, and it needs to be called out. So I just forgot to tie in something that little story from the Bible in this video. But please share your thoughts. What do you think? Do you guys deal with effeminate men? Are you effeminate? Do you have any ideas on how to deal with guys like that? Do you completely avoid them? Do you try to help them? Share your thoughts. I love reading everyone's comments. I want to say thank you to all new subscribers. Please check out my old videos. Look forward to new videos to come. If you want to make a donation to the channel, just go to the PayPal link, the give up that cheese button, and make a donation amount of any amount you want. That's one good way of helping this channel stay on air, and basically keep the ball rolling and help with future projects. Any gripes, complaints, especially from you soy boys out there, send me a PM. I'll see what I can do to address it. But it probably won't be to your liking, but it doesn't hurt to speak your mind anyway. But that's my video. It's a man law video. No quarter for the effeminate. I'm Edward Jones. You guys take care and God bless.